let's take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Big Beard and Friends, episode 126. Can you believe that already? 126. And you already see that it's shot different angle and the set looks different. And here's what's crazy is it's going to change. So I've narrowed it down. Behind me and beside me, I'm not even going to show you. I have tons of stuff and crap that I've taken down and moving things. I'm having a different chair and different back. And then anyway, I hope each and every one of you are doing fantastic on this Friday. You can't get that much better if you are. I'm telling you right now, if you can complain, it's a blessing, because I don't think people realize that. So think about that. As always, as I always say, first and foremost, remember, whatever you're going through, whatever you are thinking about that may be negative or not good for you, give it a lot of thought, put some lot of emotion into it, if you will, in your personal growth with it, and take that situation and decision, and remember to just don't give in. If it's that negative thing, if it's to, not be good with you, just don't give in, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I have had a busy last week and last few months with school starting back, which I hope all of you have had a good time with your kids and family and whatever it may be, the cousins and friends, whoever you're helping out. If you're going to school, taking to school, associated with school, janitors, teachers, anybody associated with anything with the school, the Board of Education, everybody, buses, thank you. So, all right, moving on. We, as I said, I've been busy, but we are going to talk about pushing hard, pushing through, and pushing strong. I think that these things are important. A lot of these things that we go through and people go through are not easy. I always hear people saying this and that and that and this and negative, or even commenting how their life's going. And we listen as friends and family. That's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. But I also know that we're blessed if we still can have a hard time. I know that doesn't make sense to people, but break that down and think about that. You're kind of blessed to be able to have that hard time, so you got to find the good in it, or do good in that situation, if you will. And that's the hard part. Like I just told somebody in the school, in the car rider line the other day, I won't say her name yet, but one of the car rider teachers mentioned she was in a situation, quick, just idle chit chat, and she had said that, people can just be downright mean. And I'm like, they can. And you know what gets me? I said, it's not worth it. It's hard to be a good person. And then I looked at her again and I said, it's easy being a good person. That's not part, it's really not hard. It's staying a good person, because people test us. These hard times that we go through, we have to learn to push through them. It's very important to learn to keep pushing through things that scare us, or that is a challenge, or to face it, So, when we push hard, kind of takes me on to the other pushing part. You push through that obstacle. Push on, push through is what we're going to talk about for a second as well. Now, am I, account to this? Do I have credentials of speaking what I'm speaking? No. But I'm telling you from my experience. You know, when I got people that tell me your videos actually make a difference to me, I have to keep them going. Now, these reels and these things that I do, Facebook has still got a discrepancy with me. I got hacked. I got owed. It's basically about $450. It may be a little bit more with their change. They do it down to, I have invoices that say I got paid, like digital invoices and emails that say I have not received none of this money. So when I got hacked a couple months back, I guess I didn't changed all the information, but that little bitty part that said what region are you from or something, apparently it wasn't changed to US or something, so they told me I was in an ineligible country, and if you change it, it's got like a year before you change it back. Anyway, I'm learning to push hard through that. I say that, and I'm learning to push through that. And since we're talking about it, that's the thing going on in my life. I'm sure that's minor. I mean, that's just one thing of many that I can name, but something that I don't care to share is that right there. And it's hard. Like, I've done things, we've done things, but you know what? It's not about the situation. I mean, it is, but it's more so how we reply. And that is the part that gets me and makes me like, you know, this is the part about staying a good person, you know. And in response back to the car rider there, when we had that conversation, I remember she was like, it's so sometimes nerve-wracking, and she was like, it's hard to be a Christian person sometimes. And I'm like, you know, it is. And then I said, that's when I actually said, it's not, it's staying that way, you know. And she's like, wow, you know, yeah. And I got thinking when I pulled off, like, what did I just say? Why did I say it? It didn't matter, because it was one of those, I guess you had to be there moments, but it was definitely worth that interaction for that like 15 seconds that it happened, because it you know, I'm still talking about it now. This was like, you know, earlier in the week here. So, and as well, I want to go ahead and talk about the next topic, pushing strong. You may say, well, what do you mean, push strong? Are you pushing? What's going on here? Are you really pushing? No. Proverbially, you are. Metaphorically, yes. Now, what do I really mean? Think about it. Doesn't take a rocket science. Rocket's appliance. Is it rocket's appliance? Anyway, I guess it doesn't take a rocket's appliance to figure it out. If you're pushing strong, you are giving all you've got to the situation at hand, is what I'm saying. What I mean by that is pushing strong is facing with all you've got. You know what I'm saying? That can be hard too. That is one of the hardest things when we are struggling. No matter the struggle, I always say it's easy for somebody to go, they think that's hard. You should see what I did. And you know, I get that. Like, you want to tell people, like, you're having a hard time in your, you know, experience. I do that. But you don't want to boast in the middle of it. You don't want to sit there and act like, well, blah, blah. I mean, that's the way we feel, but I think that's kind of in a way wrong. Like, you don't want to say it so much you make that person feel like, well, dang, I'll never. Believe it or not, if you've never been that low, then you don't know. But I always think back when I have and had experiences where I felt the way people do now. So I try to honor every person I meet. I'd rather walk away and them say, well, he just talked too much. He's just all over the damn place. He'll make no damn fucking sense. I'd rather get that response, you know what I mean, than something like, we got to watch it around him, or he's a guy that's an ass, or I don't know. I'd rather get no response because I don't really care either way, but I respect it. You know what I mean? So in situations, I gotta be like, that's in situations I have when I'm pushing strong, when I'm giving all I've got to be a good person, to make my day good. And some people go, oh, you got to make it, no matter what you say, I think the response is respected. But I think it's wrong to tell somebody that their struggle is different from yours, because we're all doing something. We're all going through something, even if you don't see it. How can you think that you are truly in your own bubble all the time? You might be if you're, at home or in your personal space or wherever you may, albeit be at. But we all face where we have to give it our all. And I don't care what it is. I don't care what situation. We could have list upon list upon list. Whether it's at home, whether it's at church, whether it's at school, whether it's in public, whether it's by yourself, whether it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Out wherever you are can be a situation for you. And I get it. Apples, oranges, oranges, apples. But the important thing is how you reply. You be push strong. And it's hard. Give it all you've got to. And I say some people's like, oh, it's easy. I mean, if you think that way about most people, or I'll say it like this. If you think that I do that when I talk, I'm sorry, that's not what I do. I just throw myself in the mix because I don't like talking about somebody. Somebody once said, it's not all about you. Every time we talk or get around, you tell a story, it's about you. And I'm like, I'm not trying to say about me. I'm just not wanting to talk about other people. Like gossip. I can't spit game with you, you dig? Unless I'm telling you knowledge of truth. I can't turn around and have this bit. I mean, I can. We talk about topics and things in the world, obviously. I love to talk. That's what I do. But for you, I don't know. I can't gossip. I guess that could be misconstrued on what we do. But I can't look and say, did you hear so-and-so? Did you hear so-and-so? And if I ever say, well, I've heard you say, and I'm probably spitting some truth. There's probably some truth there. But to go around and be in a negative state constantly every day of your life, I can't do that because sometimes I wake up that way. I'm on my own, so people don't see it. I'm saying I'll get up at 3 and 4 like I did this morning. Family's gone before 8 o'clock. A lot of times before 7:30. And then I start doing what I do here with Big Beard. Right now it's raining. But I have a thing that I do. I have the stuff that I do up until a certain time where I got to go get my kids. And it's like, wow. But through all that, not that I'm just giving this scenario, talking about me, like I said, for a moment, because I'm not good at knowing what other people do. I know what I do, so I want to share. But I know through all these times that, if I'm going through something, I got to push hard and do this, and I got to push through this, and I got to push very strong. And so, I know that I have to give it my all on top of going through my personal stuff. And that's something I'll talk about at a later time. Personal growth is I think very important. And I never knew that, until I was pushing and was pushed strong. So yeah, there you go. Look, I want to show you guys these clips. Just a few clips, with their permission, of course, of my last weekend. And, in future episode, you will see way more of this footage. So, I've talked enough about pushing hard and pushing through and pushing strong. So real quick, watch this videos right here.
Sleeping in my bed.
Are you having fun?
Yes, I am.
Are you having fun?
Well, I am fun.
Are you having fun?
You know I'm having
Are you having fun?
yeah.
Are you having fun? Oh, he's got a pickle in his mouth. Hold on. Look, if you watch what you watched, I can't help it. You know, I told you to watch, and I think it's got an R rating on it. We did have fun. There's more footage and there's more things coming in there. So that's just a small. I've got I don't know. They may be 100. I don't know. I can't think anymore. 100 something, 200 items in the from just the wedding of the phone only. That's wicked. But there is a time in the show that comes a time every time where I talk just a moment before we leave. Today, in case nobody has noticed, pushing has been the topic for today on the serious level. And what I mean by push is simply that acronym. And you might say, what do you mean push? What do you mean? Well, you can pray until something happens. Push hard, push through, and push strong. That's what I mean. Pray until something happens. Do that a little harder. Pray until something happens. Just pray through it. Pray it. He'll get you through it. And pray until something happens. A little stronger. Maybe that message isn't for you, but there's a message in there. Even if that isn't the part you need to listen to. There comes the time of the show where I say those words to get us out of here. And then what are they called? Oh, love, peace, chicken grease. Thanks for watching.
Presentations.